for his 5th of the season. Go, Diego, go. And finally, Eder Borelli. Lucho Solignac. How in the world did he keep that off the byline?
Pretty impressive. Just kind of, he's got that knack for getting things to goal.
Well, 2-0 as you look at this second 45. What are you looking for Locomotive? Outside of the defense, obviously. Do you want to see more goals? Do you want them to be
absolutely.
on the front foot?
We always want more goals.
I guess so, right? I mean, obviously you want more goals, but...
I mean, if you're a team that gets up, you want to get another one, because just one goal and then they're just one away from tying you. You know, if you can get that, extend that lead, you hope to take some wind out of the sails of your opponent.
Well, Locomotive FC scoring their 99th and 100th club goals in team history. We'll see Aguinaga in stoppage time.
And if you're San Antonio, you're going to want to pressure immediately. See if you can disrupt the back line. I mean, that's how they've had a little bit of success in the past. And can they play their game? Can they break it up down the middle and get wide? They're really having to just do their attack from the flanks, and that's just not what they're used to. And then they've gotten into Gallegos, and he's been dangerous independently. I mean, he's their youngster, like we got Diego. I mean, he's dangerous when he gets the ball, when they get the ball to him.
Well, Marcus Epps is in now for San Antonio. That is a second half substitution at the half for Alan Marcina, trying to add a little offensive spark to his team. And Epps certainly has shown his danger versus Locomotive FC.
Oh yeah, Epps has a really good first touch, and then he has some speed and quickness. He can accelerate off that touch, so that might force the Locomotive defense to just kind of watch out on that flank.
Solignac, well done to flick it out, much as he did for the assist. Looking for that delivery inside. Aguinaga not able to find anyone in blue. Knocked out by the big man, Liam Doyle.
Exactly, he did a good job to get ahead on that ball. Because as we've seen tonight, if you keep letting Locomotive have chances, they'll create another, and eventually they're trying to get it in the back of the net.
Luna comes up with that. Nowhere to turn, forced wide. Good work by Abu. Here's King, delivery right off of Abu, and another throw-in for Locomotive FC. Well, you talk about Epps' 25th overall selection of the 2017 MLS Super Draft by Philadelphia Union. His pro debut with Bethlehem Steel later that season. Rochester Rhinos did get in for Major League Soccer's Philadelphia Union as Diego Luna continuing to go to work. King trying to get it back. It'll bounce off of King's face, and immediately a Texas Tech nod to the dock. Ricardo Ruiz on to take a look at Maka King, who took that one right off the face and is taking a moment. Ooh, yeah. When it's slow motion replay and you're still going, ouch.
Yeah, right off the noggin.
Doesn't look any worse for wear. The Englishman smiling said, hey man, it hit me in the head. Come on.
It's better to go down and let the...
Right. Our Texas Tech health report with our Texas Tech nod to the dock, and how about that?
Only injuries are to his socks.
Right. Maka King.
Yeah, the big holes that he likes to put in them for let his calves breathe. We haven't gotten to see that in a while.
We have not. Yes, he's been out of the lineup. But we had thought the first time we saw that he had been into some rough and tumble battles on the pitch, but no, he actually does that deliberately to let his calves breathe. I know soccer players have larger calves than most humans, but
I'm not a calf size expert.
Right. I mean, I know you draw the stockings up to the knees, but got to let those puppies breathe. Maka King. course, I don't think I'd ever be caught dead in shorts. So no need to draw my stockings up to my knees either. Little crew cut, I'm good. Plenty of room for my calves to breathe.
If my Las Cruces area vintage league ever starts back up that had been suspended because of COVID, I'll go out there and put on some soccer gear and
right.
gotta have those socks to put those shin guards in. I don't need any.
Yeah, you're certainly more worried about the front than you are the back, I would imagine. That's the part that gets kicked a little bit.
But I'm ready. I'm ready for it to start back up. I think they will this fall. The youth programs all started back up, but
well, you know what's really cool is that you still play.
they didn't want to let us
old
folks play in 100 degrees in New Mexico yet, so
well,
we're gonna wait a little bit longer.
Just a little bit longer.
We're not fit like them.
Well, that's relative, isn't it? Good work again by Locomotive. And Aguinaga escaping trouble, keeping the ball. Good job here. Out to Ryan, nowhere to go upfield. Bolelli trying the switch. It'll make it to King. Ross, Luna off the chest, back to Nick Ross. Well done. Looking for Solignac, well read by Maloney. Team captain is on it. Here is Epps. First touches of the ball here in the second half. Jose Aguinaga, second goal, his first. At first was not credited to him. It was the deflection off of Dylan Maris's free kick at RGV.
Right.
Locomotive's only loss this season. There's great work to roll it into space. Nobody in a white jersey to receive that from Sam Gleadle. Gleadle roaming alone in the box. Might have thought about taking a crack at goal. Did have a blue-shirted escort. And here's Maris. Back to the team captain, the Spaniard Yuma. Happy for his countryman, Jose Aguinaga, scoring the 100th goal in team history. And how about this stat? Diego's goal, the first scored off the left foot of any Locomotive FC player this season, which is amazing. That one rose up and caught Gleadle in the chin. He wanted to test trap it, didn't wind up there.
We'll take the goal anyway. We can take it. Hey,
left foot, right foot, off the head, off the keister.
Now he has that bragging right. Somebody else needs to say, I'm going to match you.
It goes. To Epps, nice move, good knockaway by Maris. Solid defense played by the midfielders. Up to Luna, escape valve, Solignac in a chase. Liam Doyle will bring it back to bear. And here's Gleadle. Abu. Good lofted ball by Lindley. Service into the area. Trying to find Nathan, good head. Off the Spaniard Yuma.
Yeah, well done by Yuma to get his head on that.
Yuma and Mishak. With some words at the end there, looks like, from Nathan for the Haitian international. Over 70 caps for his country. Good work by Nathan to get wide, and Yuma's going to be called for a foul. Dangerous, the Brazilian. Showing some moves, but Yuma not about to let that one loose. Thought he might have been a little fortunate not to see yellow here, but it's in a dangerous enough space for a free kick. And let's see who'll take it for San Antonio. Trying to claw their way back into this one. Of course, missing the 6'7" frame of Axel Schuberg, who scored against Locomotive FC.
And Yuma just clipped his heel as he was trying to get by.
Well, Lindley back there to take it, along with
from here that I would think they would try to put it straight on into the back of the net.
Sure, Cuello. And it looks like it's going to be Cuello to take. And here we go. It will be Cuello into the wall off of Yuma. We're hearing that Nathan's night is almost done. Locomotive FC's defense has done that against target forwards all season long, and Nathan pretty much starved of service, but maybe Alan Massina thinking that he's got to bring in somebody who's ready to go make some plays rather than wait for the ball to come to him. As Aguinaga taken down, Maloney pleading his case to our referee Brad Jensen, but a Locomotive free kick. Aguinaga, as we see the replay, just a good clear out by Maloney, who does get a yellow in the 56th minute. Yeah, and here's the substitution. Nathan off, Justin Dillon on. So the Brazilian's night is done. Justin Dillon began his career with the LA Galaxy Academy team, led the under-16 Academy to the USSDA National Championship in 2011. 72 goals in all competitions as a youngster for LA Galaxy. So maybe a little more creativity to make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, San Antonio, we're in the 57th minute, so San Antonio needs to think about getting on the board.
Delivered out by Yuma, it will be a Chick-fil-A corner kick.
And they're racing to get it. Oh, looks like they were possibly going to do a quick restart corner.
Thought it was Lindley about ready to go. Instead, it will be Cuello. Looks like an in-swinger. Nope. Out to the far post. Getting ahead to it is Doyle. But it'll bounce Solignac's way. Getting it to Luna. Waits for the traffic to clear. Good sidestep by the teenager. Excellent work to clear it out of trouble. Solignac begins it. Luna ends it. But that pass goes awry. Here's Lindley back in. Looking for Justin Dillon.
And Lucho is so good on that transition. Kind of a quick counterattack.
Well, you see Dillon out there, and I think maybe more than just the moves is someone who's going to be a target on free kicks. As here's Aguinaga. Borelli goes for goal, and it has to be parried away by Cardoni. Borelli, known for his crosses, sees an opening, and Cardoni has to cover. Yeah. Chick-fil-A corner for Locomotive.
Forces him not to be able to cheat off of his line to try to grab the next service. He'll have to think, is he going to try and get to the goal, or does he have to? He needs to stay home so that then maybe he can get it to one of the guys in front of goal. I like that, changing it up a little bit.
So, Chick-fil-A corner, we have some pre-restart contact. Brad Jensen.
Hasn't that been the first time this game?
No. Not at all.
Not at all.
These two teams have been jawboning and jostling since the first whistle.
Exactly.
Headed out of trouble after the service from Maris. And Maka King will do the honors after Doyle lifts it out. If you're going to head it out of trouble or into trouble, Liam Doyle's head is certainly one that you'd like to target.
Yeah, he makes a commitment to get to that ball, and that's important when you're playing in the back line.
Maris trying to head that one, but winning that battle is Maloney. Only to Borelli, though. Here's Ryan, threads a needle, looking for Aguinaga. Rather Maris, and it is out for another Chick-fil-A corner. Rather a Locomotive throw. Here is Eder Borelli. Solignac knocked out of trouble by Desplat. Locomotive cycling back to the right side. Maka King keeps his dribble against Gallegos. Back heel. Ross to the far post. And that's an offside flag up. It'll be a free kick. Ucho Solignac a step ahead of Connor Maloney. Good work by Maloney to stand his ground, and Solignac catching something up in the face. You see maybe a bit of an elbow. Nothing on purpose for Maloney. He was just trying to get a hold of the ball.
People playing with fire up there.
Indeed. Epps knocks it over the back line. It'll be a Locomotive goal kick. Trying to play out of the back. Good pressure by San Antonio. Forces them to make some moves, but Epps can't control.
And that's what San Antonio is going to need to do. If they can create a turnover in their attacking half, putting pressure onto the Locomotive, they might be able to steal a goal from the Locomotive. Locomotive would like to get another goal and take the wind out of their sails.
Aguinaga not able to get out, and is whistled for a foul after he's taken down from the seat of his pants. Called for a foul on Maloney. I'll be interested to see if anybody caught that. But Aguinaga whistled for the foul, and it will be a free kick for the visitors.
I think they looked like they had contact after Aguinaga was already on the
right. It seems like
on the ground.
He was there. Let's see if we can catch this. Aguinaga on the ground gets tangled with Maloney, and it's after Maloney tries to clear the ball, and boy, I'm not sure that there's a whole lot in that from Aguinaga based on that angle. But the foul is called, and Maloney certainly stretched out.
Definitely a foul, and who knows where the contact part that's causing him some grief.
Well, he's got a big scrape on that left knee as well. He's been through the ringer tonight, the team captain for San Antonio. Chipped into the far post and headed out by Yuma. Locomotive wants a foul as Yuma taking a tumble along with Ross. And swinger from Puello.
And that's what Locomotive has to stay committed to getting their heads on the end of service into the box. If it's not a ball that the keeper's going to get, there has to be a Locomotive player on the end of that ball, and
Puello does well to keep that ball. San Antonio trying to draw that string a little tighter. Maloney sidesteps, tries the shot. It's out the backside of Ross and over the back line for another Chick-fil-A corner.
Quick corner restart.
Indeed, left-footed try into the area, easily parried out by Solignac. First on it, though, is Abu. Trying to get that one restarted to Cuello, but it's over the back line and a goal kick, and we've got 3 substitutions for Locomotive FC here in minute 64. For Locomotive, coming off the field will be Dylan Maris, replaced by Aaron Gomez. Macaulay King, replaced by Matt Boehner. And Jose Aguinaga taken off for Brian Rebellon. Again on for Locomotive, Aaron Gomez, Matt Boehner, and Brian Rebellon. The goal scorer, at least one of them, Jose Aguinaga, off the pitch and gets a big hug from his gaffer.
Yeah, he put in a good shift tonight, for sure.
Very bright throughout for the Spaniard, Jose Aguinaga, 26 years of age, out of Madrid.
To be able to commit to making those runs in the box and to fight to be the one on the end of that tricky service from Lucho.
Right.
I mean, that's all you can ask.
Phoenix Rising FC last season, 38 appearances, 3 goals, 7 apples. 2 goals this season for Locomotive FC. He has been a positive addition. Nice head fake by Yuma.
It's a little dummy.
You look at Yuma and Richie Ryan, 35 and 36 years of age respectively. The way they see the space around them, where the ball's going to be, where the ball's going to go.
Well, it's like watching this. You've watched the movie already, over and over and over.
Indeed.
I'll watch some of my kids' games now, and I'm like, oh, I already know where it's going to go. And I'm like, well, I've done this for. They're like, how do you know it's going to go there? I said, well, it's just a 99% chance it's going to go there because I've watched the movie that many times, you know.
Absolutely. Here's Yuma. Knew what he was coming up against with Gallegos bearing down and does well to get it to Ryan. Sidestepping the pressure, taken down by Epson. Epson draws the foul. And Epps can only help the veteran Irishman up and say, hey, good job. The 67th minute, and San Antonio FC has had a couple of forays, but they have not looked even as dangerous as they were in the first maybe 5-6 minutes of the match.
Absolutely. Locomotive seems like they've really done a good job of committing to playing team defense, to not allowing, the defense to be isolated from the midfield, and the midfield isolated from defense or offense. They're always helping each other out. That's kind of one of the things you want to play as a unit. The unit moves up, the unit moves back, and sometimes that's when you get pulled apart, and the same with right and left. But when you get pulled apart, that's when they find those attacking lanes and they unsettle your ability to defend well.
Here is Luna on the throw-in from Boehner. Easily parried out by Maloney. By Riedel, actually. 3 shots in the evening for San Antonio. Only one has forced Logan Ketterer into action tonight. And I believe we have, it's a caution issued to Mishak Jerome for time wasting.
And San Antonio needs to find that urgency of creating those chances.
I believe Epps, and maybe we'll hear from the booth, was Epps just shown a yellow card as well, so maybe something off the ball. It seemed to me I saw Brad Jensen flash that yellow toward Epps as well. We'll see. Caution issued to Jerome, that much we know. It is just Mishak Jerome. Okay. So we've had that clarification. Yellow card issue in the 69th minute to Mishak Jerome.
San Antonio needs to have a little bit more discipline to when they get that ball in, on the flank, to get it, put it in front of goal, or when it's in front of goal, to create that chance that would be considered a shot on target. And they also have had some free kicks at the top of the box. I know I've harped on that. Get it on frame. Get it on frame.
Well, that's been something you've said in the past
I
about
know.
Locomotive FC. That's a foul. And it's on Brian Rebellon, who's only been on for a few minutes. Rebellon shown the caution in the 70th minute. Maloney has just been put into the grinder this evening. So here's the restart. Again back, Lindley and Cuello. In swinger, out swinger. Take your pick. Lindley, far post, out swinger. Shot by Epps, just wide. Oh, they found the man they wanted at the far post. But Epps not able to put it on frame. Might have jumped on him a bit. Caught him up in the chest and thrown off his stance when he tried to swing at it, but either way, another missed opportunity.
Exactly, and the Locomotive, that they need to be sure to be in a better defensive position and read that ball a little bit better instead of having to reach with your foot or scramble to try to get the San Antonio player off balance on his attempt.
It'll come back to Diplan. It's a good switch of the ball to Gleedle. San Antonio, decent run of possession here as of late. Leon says the referee no foul there, although it will be a San Antonio throw. And the substitution for Locomotive FC, it will be Sebastian Velasquez on for Diego Luna here in the 72nd minute. The other goal scorer coming off the pitch for the veteran Colombian playmaker. And drawing the cheers from 8th notch tonight, Diego. Then we heard from 8th notch coming out of the match about a month or so ago, and they, of course, made a rhyme out of D-I-E-G-O to the bingo song, the children's song. Diego is his name-o. Of course, that chant, they had it after he scored early in the first half. He has really been something.
He is well loved here.
And he'll get to walk by. We'll take a good look at his jersey and what's underneath. Special t-shirt. Perhaps we'll find out exactly who or what is it is in honor of after the match tonight. Rebellon taken down by Cuello.
He's taking a
victory lap.
Stroll past
It's in the 73rd minute, but he'll take it, certainly. His night is done, his race is run. And here you hear the chant, D-I-E-G-O. Good pop by Borelli. Nobody in blue on the receiving end of it. But as decent a spell of possession as San Antonio has had over maybe the last 3 or 4 minutes, here is Locomotive FC in the attacking third. Aron Gomez working on Maloney, still going. Great work by Aron to escape and earn the Chick-fil-A corner.
Yeah, Gomez is El Paso's all-time leading goal scorer with 15, scoring the tying goal last Saturday. And he was tied with Diego for second in team goals until Diego scored tonight. But he has been quite a contributor for the Locomotive side.
It'll be Nick Ross to put in the Chick-fil-A corner. Rebellon on the receiving end, but has to escape some pressure. Good work by Rebellon, still maintaining possession. Still working along the byline. It's over the byline. It's going to be a goal kick. Solid work by the Colombian.
If that was a play on, I would have liked it to be called back if you're going to have the ball go out of bounds. But I think the ref is just letting them play physical.
Boy, some solid work, though, on Emil Cuello. Drawing the oohs and ahs of 8th notch. They're in section 105. Out it'll come to Gleedle. Epps trying to stretch his way wide. Well done, though, by Boehner to stay ahead. It'll bounce to Doyle. Rebellon tries that touch. It'll be taken by the youngster Gallegos. Can't keep it. Borelli with a pick. Velasquez, Borelli. Ahead now. Aron Gomez on the counter. Aron back to Borelli. Deflected by Doyle. Still moving. Doyle's going to put it out along that right wing. Aron was there to keep it in. But straight to the veteran from the Isle of Man. And Ketterer will let this one roll over.
With as often as Borelli is in the box, I wonder, is he a fullback or is he a striker?
It does make you wonder, because in from the wing comes Aron Gomez centrally to Borelli. Solid work, but in the end, Abu does get a piece of that to deflect it. Dale is the cry from eighth notch. Gallegos earns the throw. Good work by the youngster. We've talked about the work San Antonio has done. Even before the USL Developmental Academy started, they were developing players. That's where Gallegos came from. Very well thought of youth development side in San Antonio. And they play their kids, as evidenced by number 17 on the pitch tonight. Here's Aron Gomez escaping pressure and getting taken down for his efforts.
No call.
No call, you're right. My goodness. Play on. They're saying that Blanc got enough of the ball. Let's see if we can see that one again.
After getting oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was a 2-footed, he was
and a red
grabbed.
card issued.
Jeez. Well, he was grabbed
too?
and then 2-footed tackled.
My goodness. Well, Locomotive players certainly upset.
Jeez.
There has been a red card issued to a member of Locomotive FC, I believe. Let's see. Well, that was a 2-footed tackle from behind. Play on, says the referee, no whistle. Brian Rebellon just got his second yellow. So in the 77th minute, Rebellon has spent all of 13 minutes on the pitch. His night is done. So Locomotive will be a man down for the final 13 minutes plus stoppage time. And Rebellon has been the only player this season to see red. This is the second time that's happened. Certainly Mark Lowry and Alan Marcina will be looking for explanations from a referee, Brad Jensen. And very interesting no call up the way.
That was clearly a two-footed tackle from behind after almost a football arm tackle right before that. So Rebellon, is looking out for his teammate. It's unfortunate that it ends up being his second yellow and causing the Locomotive to be down a man.
So Rebellon sees yellow, and then his second of the night. He is gone from the pitch here in the 79th minute. San Antonio with the man, desperately trying to make something happen. Here's Maloney. Good work by Velasquez to steer it to the corner. Gets away. My goodness, that man. Velasquez clears it into the San Antonio half. Just excellent work. We're hearing Lucho Solignac will be coming off the field, off the pitch shortly for Andrew Fox. Good work, Gallegos trying to steer his way wide, but too many blue jerseys in front. And the Irishman, Richie Ryan, taken down from behind. Maloney, who's certainly been on the receiving end of it tonight, makes sure to give a handshake to the Irishman. One Irishman to another, at least in name. Andrew Fox will replace Lucho Solignac here in the 80th. Foul on Ryan will allow Logan Ketterer to restart it. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watts and Devin Kerr. Every Tuesday at 7 Eastern, 5 Mountain. You can also hear live action from the USL, Major League Soccer, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC, channel 157, and the Sirius XM app. This week, USL All Access featuring Mark Lowry. That happened on Tuesday night. So I believe if you've got the app, you could probably go back and listen on your computer. Abu. Worked around Diplam from Lindley. Abu. Lidl back to Gallegos. That sails up on him a bit. An easy clearance for the Haitian, Michak Jerome.
And look to see Locomotive just sitting back, trying to fill the passing lanes and keep San Antonio in front of them, especially when, being a man down. And, force them to go long or over the top, and hopefully.
Well, they try that right there. Diplam. Good thought trying to find Justin Dillon. We see why Justin Dillon is out on the pitch right now. Here's Doyle to run down that Karam. Wisely slides it back to Cardone. And Abu. That one sails over the head of Maloney.
And that's what the Locomotive is going to want San Antonio to do, play the long balls and hope they're just a little bit off target, and if not, be matched up and have help.
And Ed Borelli, that is a veteran's move. No, I don't want that ball, I want this ball. Late in the match. Former team captain for FC Juarez Bravos. Aaron Gomez part of that team, along with Leandro Carrico, who's on the bench tonight for Locomotive. Locomotive FC's sister club. Ciudad Juarez not having a great start to the Apertura in 2021. Their top talents going down with an ACL injury as well. There's Velasquez, Ross, Locomotive showing no desire to really move forward. They don't want to be caught on the counter, and that's the order of the day. Here's Epps. Epps. Great work by Borelli. Pocket picked. Pass a little bit awry. Abu getting it started back again. Looking for Epps. Andrew Fox rolls it into touch.
That's a nice thing, Locomotive. When one guy gets up out of position, the other guys know how to cover and just fill in that slot.
Gallegos. Doyle. Lidl. Deflected out by Boehner, and we will have a substitution now. Chris Lima coming on to replace Sam Gleadle in the 84th minute.
And Gleadle coming out, that's they're definitely looking to get more on the attack. Because Gleadle is more, he did get involved tonight, but he's more known for his defense, ranking 7th in the Western Conference in tackles with 37 and 3rd in tackles with winning 26.
Velasquez ready to eat some time. Taken down by Lima and earns the free kick. You think you can take it away from him. You think you can step in and make something happen. And he just finds a way to make that little extra touch. And it's just that game of keep away. Reminds me of the commercial where the old man's got the dollar bill and the girl's trying to grab it. Oh, you almost got it.
The touch is there to make you think you can get it.
Right. And here is Borelli. Good work by Epps. Not often is Borelli dispossessed. He was there. Into the middle for Cuello. Cuello rolling it ahead and too far ahead for Dillon. Well escorted by Matt Boehner into the waiting grasp of Logan Ketterer. Ketterer. Long. Punched away by Cardoni with Aron Gomez ready. On the bounce here is Abu. Dillon back heels consecutively, trying to find the big forward. Logan Ketterer keeps it away. Great work by Cuello and Dillon. But in the end, Logan Ketterer off his line at exactly the right time. You've talked about it before. Logan Ketterer's sense of timing is excellent. And you will see him, as he makes a save, not really lose control a whole lot. Things bounce away sometimes from other keepers. You've talked about this before. Logan Ketterer, just solid. It doesn't look like he's really doing anything special, but he is.
Right. He makes the difficult things look routine and simple. That was a nice little combination by San Antonio that was definitely creating almost a dangerous chance for them, but Ketterer just sweeps it up, and Mishak manages to be just enough in the way to not allow them to get that, pull the trigger.
Good work by Lindley as Aron Gomez went to the corner to steer it away, but again, Locomotive from the middle of the pitch. That one's taken away from Ryan, and here's Dillon ready to fire off of Yuma. And it appears to be a corner.
And Locomotive is always committed to the possession game, but sometimes when maybe if you got 10 men, it might not be the worst idea to relieve pressure a little bit, maybe with a longer ball, force them to restart from their defensive end.
Richie Ryan, over 350 matches as a professional. That corner's taken short, and again, they've just not delivered the ball, I don't think, anywhere near where they wanted to, whether it's on corners or just restarts, free kicks.
Yeah, that last piece for them has not been coming together tonight.
It has been lacking tonight for the visitors. Here is Epps, ready to go to work on Borelli. Able to deliver the cross in another corner off of Yumas. This one almost cleared the fence.
And Locomotive have been fantastic tonight, attacking as a unit and defending as a unit, and it's hard to keep.
Here's Epps. Cleared away. Lofted back in, looking far post, but missing. Is Emil Cuello. Cuello out of Argentina. We talked about his days at Southern Methodist, SMU. Played PDL soccer with the Ocean City Nor'easters in 2016 as well. Galaxy man. San Antonio, one of the issues obviously for them has been the injuries. We talked earlier about PC. So many of them this season, and they've never been able to have a set lineup. So Alan Marcina doing what he can as San Antonio trying to nod their way into playoff position. The only thing that separates them from switchbacks, equal on points, 21 points apiece, is one more victory for that man, Alan Marcina. Aron Gomez almost got it through. Good work by Dupont, who lashes out and gives Locomotive a free kick. Eighth notch. It's Wednesday. These people have to go to work tomorrow. My goodness. You wouldn't know it. The weekend always for Locomotive soccer matches. Super Loco right there. One of those great Galardon flags.
Duke, have you ever been down there?
I have. I've actually gotten to lead eighth notch in a cheer. It was pre-match.
You did?
Yeah. Pre-match, I was never...
Were you the one wearing the mask?
Front. There was a U.S. Open Cup match when we weren't working.
Oh.
But I have gotten to be a capo of eighth notch. I believe that is the way you referred to that.
Nice.
Yes. It was a lot of fun. Andrew Fox, my goodness. Okay. Out it rolls, trying to come up with that is Cardone, and finally does. How in the world did he find that? Sorting it out of the feet of both Andrew Fox and Sebastian Velasquez. As we head toward eco-living stoppage time, we will see the official verdict shortly. Rolled in, good service, just wide of the far post, Lima. Touched though by Locomotive, and it'll be a Chick-fil-A corner kick. 4 minutes of eco-living stoppage time. Here's Epps. Shaking and baking off the byline. Good work at the back by Nick Ross. Locomotive trying to survive a man down. Long into the box. Hooked back out by Boehner off the back heel to keep the waiting head of Liam Doyle away from the ball. Quick restart. Brought down by Abu. Here's Gallegos. Haven't heard from the youngster in a bit. Abu sent in and cleared out by Jerome off of Lima. Back for Lima though. Gallegos ready to go to work. Far post cross, nobody in white. In the 92nd minute, Locomotive down a man. How tough is this moment to handle mentally and emotionally when you are hanging on for dear life, pretty much?
Well, it's nice when you have a 2-goal cushion,
yes,
for sure. But you just don't want, like I keep saying, you want it to play as a unit and be smart. Stay on your feet if it's anything in the box, because that would just potentially draw a foul. But otherwise, you always want pressure immediately and always have cover.
Out to the far post. Did Ketterer get a touch? He did. It was headed out. Service from Gallegos. Another Chick-fil-A corner as it becomes a shooting gallery here for San Antonio FC. Halfway through eco-living stoppage time. Out it'll come, Gallegos. Fox fronting him. Back to Lima, looking for Doyle, the back heel, easily handled by Logan Ketterer. Doyle with Jerome in front of him, but Ketterer saw it all the way.
Absorbing all this pressure, if they can just for a little while longer, they'll come away with a clean sheet. I'm sure the team and Ketterer are hoping to pull that one off with even being down with the 10 men.
Maloney fouling Fox to give Locomotive an opportunity for the restart. And I am sure the Spaniard, Yuma, will take his time walking to the ball. Hey, I'm 35 years old, man. Don't rush me. Oh, it'll be Borelli. Borelli start. Up to Velasquez. Velasquez making a move. Doyle picks his pocket. The final seconds of eco-living stoppage time. And here comes Marcus Epps. Epps rolling it ahead, but not to Cuello's feet. Jerome, Ketterer. Aron Gomez going down in a heap. There will not be a foul called there on Diplo. Gallegos receiving that from Lindley. Seconds remaining. Gallegos deflected. Off of Boehner, another Chick-fil-A corner coming up. Mark Lowry pacing. Long into the far post and headed out by Yuma. Straight to the waiting feet of Emil Cuello, and that is it. Locomotive FC down a man, hang on, a 2-0 win. Logan Ketterer finally getting that third clean sheet to equal Adrian Zendejas. Brought in for his loan spell to Portland Timbers FC. Logan Ketterer saluting the crowd, a 2-0 win. Locomotive scoring the 100th goal in team history, an 8th notch will go away from Price.